So you want to draw fashionable characters. You've come to the right place. I can barely see through these things because they're not prescription glasses, but I don't care. So today I'm going to show you how I draw my characters in cool and fashionable outfits, how I pose them, and we're going to do this with the help of XPPen, who kindly sent me their magic drawing pad to try out. Let's get started. The magic drawing pad comes with their X3 Pro Slim Stylus, which is a nice lightweight stylus with 2 clicky buttons on it that you can use for shortcuts. While drawing, you should be getting a range of 16,000 pressure levels. These numbers usually don't mean that much to me. I just rate tablets on how drawing on them feels. The tablet has a matte frosted display. They call it their XPPen display, and it makes for a really smooth drawing surface without too much glare that feels similar to drawing on paper. The tablet is very lightweight and portable. I think it's pretty comparable to an iPad in terms of weight and thickness, and it runs with Android as its operational system, so it also functions just like a regular tablet. They also sent me a keyboard, so you can attach that as well. But for today, I just wanted to focus on the drawing part because that's what's most important to me. There's also a case for the tablet you can use if you'd like, and it has a space for you to store the pen, which is good. They also sent me a portable stand that they offer, which I was interested in trying out. It's very compact, you can close it like this, and it also comes with a little case for taking it with you. The stand itself I found to be a bit flimsy, so it's not my favorite. You don't get like a full range of angles that you can adjust to. There's just like a couple of preset ones with the little divots you can put the metal pegs into. So this thing is like a bit finicky and not my favorite. So this is like a maybe recommendation for me, depending on what you're looking for. I think the portability and like the fact that you can fold it up to be very small is great, but for actual like functionality, I think it's not the best out there. Today I'm going to draw my 2 original characters wearing Valentine's themed outfits. I already did this last year, and I wanted to take some of the ideas from last year's outfits and make new ones that feel more casual or street fashion inspired. So I have a Pinterest board that is specifically for different fashion ideas, outfit combinations, pieces I find interesting. I also really like looking at clothing from video games. I get really inspired looking at all of the creative ideas. I think games often have very unique clothing, and depending on when a game came out, you can also really see like how the fashion correlates to that time period. So something that can help you when you're trying to design or draw an outfit is to look for what kind of fashion you like. So is it from the early 2000s, 90s? Is it more like current fashion? Is it a specific kind of fashion subculture? And gather all of those inspirations. And then something I also really like thinking about is silhouette. So when an outfit I'm drawing has a lot of like tight-fitting pieces, I will often include something like a very puffy jacket or very big chunky shoes to break up that like very slim silhouette. I've been really liking fur recently. I think there's a lot of like fun kind of spiky shapes you can draw. I also like to keep in mind layering. Sometimes I have like one outfit piece that I really want to draw, but it might not be that interesting on its own. So to make it more exciting, I really like to use layering and giving my characters like multiple layers, multiple pieces to wear. Even adding like asymmetry sometimes, that's also something that's really fun. Like for example, one longer sock, one shorter sock, you know, like accessories that are just worn on one side or asymmetrically cut clothing. Those are all things that also make the outfit and the silhouette more interesting. For the cool outfit that you're drawing to have like the right effect and give off the look that you want it to, it's also really important to consider posing. With these kinds of illustrations, I don't go particularly crazy with the poses. They're not super dynamic or anything, but there's a lot that you can do with a simple stance. For example, here, Rue is concentrating most of their weight on this one leg, and it's like this very sassy kind of angled leg pose that really like shows off the bootcut jeans well, and then their chest is kind of turned away to the right here, but their face is kind of looking towards the viewer, or it's like more front facing, so we got like the chest kind of facing this way. We have the hips. So this is like the basic construction. And something that's also really important to keep in mind is the angle of the shoulders in relation to the hips. So this shoulder here is higher than this shoulder. So the hips need to be tilted in the opposite direction. So that way the pose will look alive and not too unnatural. I didn't reference any pose in particular for this, but I'm going to use a reference for the second one because I wanted to kind of complement this one, and I found something that I really like. So once again, starting out by placing the shoulders, and then the hips are gonna be I want both of them to wear jeans, but they're going to be very different styles. So this one is more sleek, boot cut, and then for this one I want to use really like loose shapes, make it look a bit more baggy, but still like somewhat structured. So I'm keeping the overall silhouette that I'm going for in mind while I kind of like lay down the basic shapes here. And yeah, you can see they contrast each other. And then the feet are going to be like much closer together. So this character, the shoes are further apart, and here they're from this angle that we're looking at, they look like they're closer together. And this one is a bit more like openly posing or like more, it looks a bit more like a intentional pose, and this one looks just a bit more like relaxed and casual, but he's still posing. Adding the belt loops, like a really big clasp. Maybe I'll do like a striped shirt, why not? I feel like introducing some patterns here would be fun. This one's going to be more solid colors on the fabrics. I also really like a necklace. So this is like a double shirt situation, and maybe on this sleeve, one like the upper shirt sleeve is rolled up and then here it's rolled all the way down. That's a bit more of a goofy smile than I want, but it's still cute. Maybe he'll be more nonchalant, like, yo, what's up? After figuring out what I want to do with the pose and adding some of the smaller details like accessories and sort of like refining the sketch and making it just a little bit more legible, I start with blocking in the colors. So I usually just start with like the skin tone and the hair, so that's like out of the way, and after that we can fully focus on the clothing. When I make drawings like this, I try not to go too detailed with the coloring and lose myself in like small little details and rendering everything, because I want to focus on what's important. I'm definitely not a planner type when it comes to drawing. I usually wing it on the spot, and that is also true for the color choices I make. So you can see me coloring in the cardigan piece here, and I started out with this very bright red color, which I think is quite pretty. You can see I started rendering there and I was like, wait, I haven't even decided if this is the color I want to go for yet. So I'm backtracking a little bit and going back to like the pants to give those some color and see everything together before I actually start like refining anything within the illustration. So it's okay to make a few iterations before you decide. I initially wanted to go for a red color scheme, but I think I'm gonna try something more pink, pastel pink as well, just to see how it looks. Yeah, I quite like that. So going to just block in the colors here. I think I'll keep the color of the jeans. This is a very nice blue. I'm not sure what to do about the belt. Maybe like white would be a nice color to go for. Let's try that. Also forgot to color in the hair actually. Rue's usually like a light blonde, but maybe I'll push it even more into the like platinum blonde direction for this drawing. This character's haircut has also changed a lot over time. It used to be very short and then about this length, but more like fluffy, and this is more of like a straight hair situation. I think he looks cute. It might actually be fun to add like a more saturated pop of color to the shoes, and then maybe his outfit could mirror that. So just to see how it looks, I want to do the shoes in like a similar red that I had on the top before. You know what, I actually really like it, so I think I'll stick with that. Maybe instead of doing the whole top red, the like undershirt could be red. Ooh, now I feel like it's really coming together. Okay. Still unsure about the color of the jacket. I think if the sleeves are red, it will look very Christmassy, which isn't necessarily bad, but I don't think it's what I'm going for here. Maybe I'll just do like a very dark red for the whole thing, including the fur. Adding just a little bit of extra depth to the colors here. Color variation to make the, I guess it's denim, to make the denim look more interesting. Something I also like to do, just kind of for fun and making the drawing look a bit more lively, is to change the color of the line work. So I lock the line art, or like the sketch layer rather, and I'm just, so now you can see the line work has become a bit more red, and I think it suits the overall look a lot better. This is what I've got so far. I'm gonna leave it at that for now. I might make some changes later on, but I want to move on to picking the colors for this outfit. I want to keep the same blue color for the pants. So I'm going to add a bit more texture in here as well, just ever so slightly. This isn't like a super refined kind of illustration. I'm gonna probably keep it a bit sketchy. I kind of like that look for fashion illustrations. It just looks a little bit more alive in that way. Got the striped shirt. Maybe I'll do like a dark color, so like a mix of this red and then bringing in the really dark red. I feel like that looks really cool. And then the jacket, or like it's more like a vest, can also be the same dark color as this one. And then the fur can be a bit lighter. I feel like that looks cool. A little bit edgy. Okay, so this was actually going to be the sleeve of the red shirt, but I kind of like it being part of the like vest and turning it into like a more full-size jacket actually, so change of plans, but that's fine. I usually kind of just adjust things as I go and see what I think looks cool, what I like. So yeah, you really don't have to stick to like your initial plans if you find something that fits your vision a bit more. Though to be fair, for this one I didn't really have like a concrete vision. It's just kind of going based on vibes and what I felt like drawing in the moment. I feel like it also looks cute with his pink hair, though I might adjust the color to just be a little bit more similar to the colors on this outfit. His hair is usually quite peachy, but I think for the sake of this drawing, it will look a bit more cohesive. He dyed his hair for the day. He recolored it. I just realized I forgot to draw in his wings, so we're gonna add those really quickly. Oh wow, that was awful. Very glad I can just tap and it will do the shortcut for me. That's very useful. I can't really get it right. Just gonna roughly block it in. And then he also has his little tail here, so I'm going to add some color to that as well. Using a thicker brush, so I don't actually have to like color anything in. I'll just use like the body of the brush to be the shape basically. So cute. And then his shoes, I mean they could also be red. And then there could be like a darker, like the strap on here could be a bit darker. I don't know if that looks weird or good. I can't decide. I'll leave it for now. It's fine. Quickly gonna go back in here and add a bit more shading. Super pink, super cute. And then the halo is usually just like a regular halo, but for this drawing, I felt like it could be really cute if it was like a little heart with an arrow through it, just to get the theme across. Yep, that's like the rough coloring done. I feel like they look very cute together. So I think I'm going to just clean these up a bit more and then I will see you in a bit. So overall, I had a great time drawing with the Magic Drawing Pad. I think this is an extremely solid, portable digital drawing tablet that will do anything you need it to if you like drawing in Clip Studio Paint, for example, on the go or at home. I'm really loving the textured screen. It feels so great to draw on. It's like a decent size. It's not too bulky so that it becomes like a hassle to bring along with you, but it's also like not too small that the space feels cramped. The pen also feels nice to hold. There were like very few moments during my time drawing on it that I felt like the pen was maybe lagging behind a little bit, but it may as well also be like the amount of layers that I used or like the application having an issue rather than the tablet itself, though that's sometimes also connected, but like 99% of the time it was very smooth, so I really can't complain. I also think this is a great alternative for people who want an experience that's like drawing on an iPad but don't want to spend that much money. On their website, this tablet costs $499.99, but I have a little discount code for you guys. So with my code TAMAGOYANI20, you can get 20% off on your Magic Drawing Pad until March 31st, 2026. You can also use this code on some of their other products. So it's valid for the Magic series, which I believe this is a part of, Artist Ultra, and the Artist Pro series. So yeah, thank you XPPen for sending me this product for free to try out. I had a really fun time, and I hope that you guys found this video helpful or interesting. I also finally switched back to my regular glasses because as cool as the other ones are, I do need vision. Vision is kind of important, so yeah. If you want to see more of my art, you can also follow me on Instagram. I post on there pretty regularly. I've also been making more short videos and stuff, and I'm working on some new like shop projects and other things that I can hopefully show you guys soon. So yeah, if you want to see that, follow me on there. And I will see you guys over there or in my next video. Until then, bye bye!